Ooh, that's the one right there. In the event that that one is a bit much, there's no one here. Just in case.
Right. Okay. Okay.
That'd be the heat bill. Can we slide on in there?
We just gotta lose that chair down there.
Yeah.
Just to fix the mic. Eh, We'll figure it out, I think.
Just a little bit.
Oh, that's what a mic. Won't turn the lights out? I know. I don't mess with that kind of stuff.
Morning.
Y'all ready? Yep. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the zoning hearing board meeting. I will call to order the zoning hearing board meeting February 19, 2025.
Got the gap?
Thank you.
It's now official.
Yes, officially.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's hearings. We have two applications today, one that was continued from last month's hearing and a new one as well. Before we start, just a couple of announcements. The first is that the board met in an executive session prior to this morning's hearings to discuss questions of law related to this morning's applications. Secondly, for those of you who are not applicants or the applicant's witnesses and you're here to participate, there are two ways to participate in this morning's hearings. The first is called public comment. At the end of each application, we'll provide an opportunity for public comment. That's your opportunity to make statements in support or in opposition to the relief being requested. So if you have an opinion that you would like to express to the board on the application, that's your opportunity to make those statements, whether you're in support of it or if you have an issue with it. The other method of participation is party status. Party status is an elevated method of participation reserved for those who are in close proximity to the subject property or have some type of property interest in close proximity to the subject property. If you request party status, we'll ask you some questions. If you receive party status, you'll be able to ask questions of the applicant and their witnesses, receive a copy of the board's written decision, present testimony of your own, I should say that, and if you disagree with the board's decision, take an appeal to the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas. I will ask for party status at the beginning of each application, and we'll make those determinations at that time. Unless there's anything else the board would like me to announce, I think we'll proceed with the first application, which is application number 8-24. This is the continued application from the January hearing. I'm going to read the notice since this was amended and re-noticed. This is the application of West 3rd Street Real Estate LLC for the property located at 2901 and 2903 West 3rd Street, parcel ID number 4911003410 and 4911003420 in the LIC Light Industrial Commercial District, requesting variance from section 1327.01A to permit multifamily apartment dwellings, a variance from section 1357.01A to permit 5 off-street parking spaces where 15 spaces are required, and variance from section 1357.03C to permit an aisle width for two-way traffic in an off-street parking area of 22 feet where a minimum of 24 feet is required. There were no requests for party status on this application at the last hearing. Is there anybody here who is requesting party status today? All right, seeing none, we will also mark the next ZHB exhibit, which I think should be 5, to be the materials renoticing this application. So, Mr. Scott, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, I'm Robert W. Scott. I'm just kind of reorienting you on this application. This involves 2 adjacent properties between I-1 and 3rd Street. The ground floor of which was previously Bill's Tavern, and the upper floors of which were apartments. Are the new owner of the properties seeking to build addition on top of the existing building, and to eliminate
Can you speak in the mic, please? Is
Was it
on?
not on?
Now it's on.
There we go.
Is that better?
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks. So the proposal now is for the construction of an addition atop the existing structures, and to convert the building into 9 apartment units. When we were here last month, we were asking for 8 apartment units, and the ground floor commercial, what had been the tavern, was going to remain a commercial unit. We've amended it to convert that space into an additional apartment unit. And we've made some additions, or some revisions to the parking lot at the board's suggestion. So as a result, we're now seeking 3 variances instead of 5. At the last hearing, we had needed relief for a loading dock for a commercial unit and for parking for the commercial unit that would most likely be in excess of what a residence would need. So those 2 have been eliminated, so we're just seeking 3 variances instead of 5. So with that, I'll ask my witness to come forward. I believe he's still under oath, but if you want to have him re-sworn, whatever your preference is.
Do you understand that you're still under oath? Yes. And if you can just restate your name for the record.
My name is Mario Ravello.
And is this? Yeah. I'm going to ask you to use this one. We just need everybody on microphone today, so if you can, that way you don't have to share.
So first name is Mario, last name Ravello, Rivello.
That's fine. Thank you. We'll note that these are pre-marked as exhibits applicant G, H, and I.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Ravello, would you describe what changes have been made to this plan since hearing?
So based on the conclusion of last month's hearing, we converted the ground floor commercial unit into a 3-bedroom residential unit. We changed the facade of that unit to be more consistent with the residential theme. And we added a van-accessible handicap spot.
And could I, what you're pointing to on that is a revised area plan?
Yes, this is revised.
And this would be in Harry G, is that correct?
Yes.
And you'll note some areas on that are highlighted in yellow.
Yes, this is the revision to the facade to be more consistent with the residential theme. This is the addition of the handicap accessible spot. And this is the revision from the commercial space, which was previously indicated, to a new 3-bedroom residential unit.
And there's been no changes in the dimensions of the proposed building. There's no change in the height, is that correct?
No, no change.
Purely those considerations.
Yes.
And can you split the this is our exhibit H, which is. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Battery's dead. Thanks.
Thank you, Kim.
So this is our Exhibit H, which revises an earlier exhibit we had introduced in light of the changes that have been made. Would you just please point to and describe what this Exhibit H shows?
So Exhibit H shows the addition of the van-accessible handicap spot, which was added. So there is a cumulative of 5 parking spots, off-street parking, currently depicted in this exhibit.
But one of which is handicapped accessible, whereas the prior proposal did not.
Yes, correct.
Okay, would you please flip a page again? And this is our Exhibit I. Would you please describe what this is?
So if you recall, in the prior exhibit, it indicated a commercial space here. We have since converted it to a 3-bedroom, 1-bath unit consisting of about 685 square feet of residential space.
And just for the record, I'll describe that Exhibit I. It is a revised floor plan, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and the other floors remain unchanged. Is that correct?
Yes.
The only change is that one commercial.
Everything else is the same.
Okay. And this new apartment unit you're proposing, it will be compliant with the city's dimensional requirements?
Yes, correct. So I guess the minimum requirement now is 500 square feet. This specific unit will be about 785 square feet.
So as a result, the only relief we're seeking now is, in connection with that new unit, is parking relief. Is that
Correct.
And will you be providing as many off-street parking spaces as you can fit on this property?
Yes, correct.
And you have, as we discussed, we've revised the parking lot so that it now provides for 1 van accessible space.
Yes, correct.
And as we discussed at the prior hearing, do you believe the parking demands of this additional apartment unit will be less than the parking demands of a commercial unit?
Yes, absolutely. I think that if it was to remain a commercial unit, the parking demand would probably be in excess of what it is now, which is a single residential unit.
So, for example, if it were to continue to be a tavern, it could conceivably draw dozens of vehicles in an evening?
Yes, correct.
And as an apartment unit, that's going to be substantial less parking demand.
Yes.
Okay. That is the extent of our presentation today. I'm assuming you don't want us to kind of revisit everything we did last month.
I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. So with that, I'd like to ask for the admission of our prior exhibits A through F and today's exhibits G through I.
Yes, we'll move all exhibits into evidence.
Thank you. And I would just conclude, as we discussed at the last hearing, this is a developer with a proven track record of improving the city's housing stock. They've done prior projects. We've showed some before and after pictures of other projects they do where they make nice housing units. They're new appliances, new finishes. And this is currently a blighted property. It was a nuisance bar. It will no longer be that. The proposed use is far more consistent with the residential nature of this street than would be an industrial use, a light industrial use, which the ordinance requires for reasons that don't make sense on this block. And we are providing as much parking as can be provided on the lot, and the on-street parking in the neighborhood is adequate for the additional parking that will result. So we believe this will improve the character of the neighborhood, and we hope you'll support it. Thank
Are there
you.
any board questions for the applicant? Nope.
Any board questions? No questions from the board?
No questions.
Okay. So we don't have any board questions. At this time, we'll ask for public comment. Is there any public comment on this application? Okay, seeing none, the board would like to recess. We'll recess into executive session for deliberations.
Thank you.
This one has a new battery as well, so it should be okay. So, that microphone that I had up there? that second mic feed, so I put it there for backup, because that second mic right there feeds bad, yeah. And that's brand new, yeah, it's brand new. 1-1. Yep.
This is my board, which I need to, like to lead with, so I'm gonna just take these clips. Sure. You need more than one, Trevor, or?
Okay, we are back, and the board is asking me to put forth a motion for consideration. The motion would be to grant the variances from section 1327.01A to permit multifamily. Grant the variance from section 1357.01A to permit no more than 5 parking spaces, and grant the variance from section 1357.03C to permit an aisle width for two-way traffic of 22 feet, with the condition that no more than 6 dwelling units are located on the property. Is there a motion to that effect?
I make the motion.
Is there a second?
A second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. It's the decision of the board. You'll receive a written decision within 45 days of this morning's hearing. All right, thank you very much. All right, our next application is application 1124. The application of A. Stephen LLC for the property located at 500 Curlin Street, parcel ID number 490701355500, located in the R3 Medium Density Residential District, requesting a variance from section 1357.01A to permit no off-street parking spaces where 9 spaces are required, and a variance from section 1361.01C to permit a dwelling unit with less than the required minimum 500 square feet. The board will enter the following exhibit. ZHB 1 will be the application packet. ZHB 2 will be the proof of publication. ZHB 3 will be the mailed notice, and ZHB 4 will be the proof of posting. Is there anybody requesting party status for this morning's application on 500 Curlin Street? Seeing none. Mr. McCreesh, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, sir. I'm John J. McCreesh III, 04761. I represent the applicant, A. Stevens LLC. The principal is
John,
sole owner.
Is your mic on?
Sorry,
I'll speak louder.
we're recording, so we just need it in the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I represent the applicant, A. Stevens LLC, the sole member thereof, Alonzo Burton. Mr. Burton's here to testify today. Stand up, please, once swear you in, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Burton, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear that your testimony this morning will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right.
As so stated, this is a variance for off-street parking and the size of one of the units. I'd like to introduce, just to get you on base here for everybody, Mr. Burton will give this to the solicitor and to everybody, the pictures of the premises, and I'll identify them for you as we go along.
Can I just clarify? It's Mr. Burton. What's your first name?
Alonzo.
ALONSO or ZO?
Z.
ZO, and Burton is BURTON?
Yes.
Thank you.
You may have two clipped together.
I have one.
Oh, no,
I
it's
think we're
all right.
good.
Sorry. Mr. Burton, let's start with the first picture. Can you identify that for the people on the zoning board?
That's a picture of the side of 500 Curlin Street, the property we're here for. And it also shows the parking along the side of the building, on West Fifth Street side of the building.
Now, what was the use of this building as far back as you know?
I recall it being a
Mr.
funeral
Burton,
home at one.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Just, here, you can use this one. Sorry. Thank you. I think the question was what the previous use of the property was?
What was the previous use of the property as far as you know?
Once upon a time, it was a funeral home, and then as many as 3 apartments, and then a single family at some point.
And when you bought it, what did it look like? What was its use?
When I purchased it, I seen It was a triplex at the time that I got it. It was 3 kitchens, several bathrooms. They had it set up as a triplex, 3 units.
Was it being used at that time?
No,
And how long had it not been used?
approximately 30 years.
Now, and it was then vacant, dilapidated,
Yes,
abandoned.
yes.
And the second picture that we're going to show them is, the next picture we're going to show them is,
Can I ask a quick question? On the first picture, where is the property located? This one? Where is it?
oh, we
is it-
had it, well, we had it backwards.
Okay.
This picture here, this is the property.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So the first picture is the one where we're looking at the side of the building with the blue siding? Okay.
Correct. The next picture is, yeah, throw it this way. The next picture is this picture here. And can you show that and identify that for the people?
This is the one with the stop sign?
Yes.
Yep.
And what is that?
This is showing the intersection of Fifth and Curlin going north on Fifth Street.
And why did you take that picture to show to the council, to the zoning members today?
I took this picture to show the parking that's along Fifth Street going north next to this vacant lot. This vacant lot is actually 3 lots there. It's 501, 503 Curlin, and it's also 16 West Fifth Street. It's parking all along there because it's just a vacant lot there.
And that's across the street from the property in question.
Directly across the street from 500 Curlin.
The next picture is this with the sun going down. And can you identify that?
This is a picture of, again, the intersection at Fifth and Curlin, and it's showing south on Fifth Street alongside the building where there's additional parking on the side, and directly across the street, there's another lot there where you can see the fence there. It's, that's a lot there, and it's also additional parking along that side of the street.
So on the right-hand corner of the picture shows your building.
Yes,
The next building which shows the railroad crossing, is that correct?
Yes.
And why did you take that picture?
I took this picture to show the parking that's directly in front of the building, going up towards 6th Street, towards the tracks. On the left-hand side of the photo, it's additional parking there, going all the way up to the tracks, give or take 4 to 5 spaces there.
And the last picture, which has the top of the tracks in it, is that correct? See that one? Why did you take that picture?
This picture is a picture showing east on Curlin Street to show the additional parking from the tracks on down, basically on both sides of the street.
Right.
These pictures was taken in the evening. As you can see, the sun is setting, so nobody parks in these spaces. The street normally look like this no matter what time of day you go by there.
Now, when we took these pictures and we took the one on Fifth Street, and the Fifth Street side, you said how many parking spots were there?
5 to 6 spaces.
And Fifth Street across from your building, on the other side, how many parking spots were there?
An additional 5 to 6 spaces.
I have a question.
Sure.
So are you indicating that on the side of Fifth Street going west, along your portion of your property is approximately 5 spaces Could
5
fit
to
about
6
5, 6 spaces?
Approximate, depending on how people park and the size of the vehicles.
Okay, okay.
And then on the front of your property, going down towards the tracks, how many parking spots did you figure out?
Approximately 5 spaces,
And across Curlin Street, how many spots were there?
about 3, because that's the side of the street that people do live on.
So all total, how many off-street parking spots did you figure out there would be?
18 to 20 spaces within walking distance, a half a block from the property.
Now, is there public transportation in the area?
Yes, it's public transportation. This is on Fifth and Curlin. Public transportation come on Third and Curlin and on Seventh and
All
Curlin.
right.
So 2 blocks away, going either, east or west.
Right, now, we addressed as far as we could, the lack of parking, because there was no parking there at all before, right? When it was a building by itself, it had no off-street parking.
No, they never had a parking lot or anything.
So the building took up the entire lot, and there was no parking.
Yes,
There never was off-street parking there, even when it was a funeral home.
never.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm a real estate investor. I buy and renovate dilapidated homes and do some contracting work.
All right, now, there was the other, excuse me, the other variance that we must address is a variance about the 500 square foot, one unit, is that correct?
Yes.
And why was that? What did you do to correct that?
Well, the city ordinance says 500 square feet. We were at 470. So we bumped out one of the bedrooms in the smaller unit to take approximately 38 square feet from the adjacent unit and just made the adjacent unit smaller.
And have you gotten adjusted plans for that?
Yes, we do.
Okay, awesome, awesome,
Here.
thanks.
And, oh, you got it.
Go ahead, put them up there.
All right, while we pass these out, I will note that we will mark the photos collectively as A1,
That's fine,
and then we'll mark the adjusted plans as A2.
thank you.
Before we move too far away from the parking, I do have a question. You made a comment or made a suggestion that the property in the past, when it was previously a 3-unit building, did not require any additional parking or parking lot. So is that, that's what I'm hearing, that when the building was used formerly, it was at one point 3 different units, did not require any other parking, extra parking. But now we're proposing to increase the units from 3 to 7, which more than 100% multiplies the requirement for parking.
That's correct.
Besides parking on clearly a highly residential street, is there any other parking plan that you've discussed or thought about to accommodate? Because right now, with your proposed 7 units, the requirement would go to 9, if not more. Yeah, 9. And you said that on the side of your building, you have about 5. Is there any other parking plan for any of the spaces? You mentioned a couple of empty lots in the neighborhood. Had those been considered as any parking opportunities for your multi-dwelling?
Well, we don't own them,
Right.
and the people who own them are not interested in selling them. So, you did approach, who did you approach?
I approached the guy that owns the property directly across the street at 501 Curlin Street, which I owned at one time. I own 501 Curlin Street.
That's currently the empty lot. Well, one of the
Well,
empty lots.
it's
One of-
sold to someone.
one of the
Yes,
empty
it's
lots.
an empty
Okay.
lot.
Okay.
Someone purchased it, and I had a conversation with him about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a competitor of mine. He wasn't interested in selling the property to me. But you made mention that it was 3 units there. and whether parking was required. I have no knowledge of that.
No,
don't
I know,
whether it was or
I'm not expecting an answer for that. I just heard in the testimony that in the past, there was no parking requirement for this property ever in the
Well,
past.
I don't know if it was a requirement or not. There wasn't any, that's all we can say.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious there was nothing there because the building took up the whole lot.
Right. Yeah, you're.
There was
correct.
no parking lot.
Right,
or-
there was no parking
There was
lot or
no
anything
off,
like that.
never was,
Right.
the day it was built.
Right.
Back in
So
1910
there
or
was
20.
never any off-street parking. That was what the comment was.
Yes.
You made a mention that there was never any off-street parking.
No, there,
And it hasn't been, and I agree.
yeah, okay.
We're all on the same
I'm
page.
sorry,
with
yes.
that. Just,
Nothing.
it just made me look, because now the request is that we're increasing the units more than doubling the units, which is then gonna require
That's correct.
some parking accommodations. But my apologies, you were talking about the people that you've approached about parking opportunities. So I know that there's a lot right there, and then there's a lot on Fifth Street, but it's the lot actually faces Curlin. Is that a Fifth Street lot or a Curlin Street lot?
The two lots directly across the street,
I mean, to the right of your front door, on
to the right of my front door.
Fifth Street.
That's all, it is a lot there. Once upon a time, there was a house there. I can't even recall when it was demolished. But, I can't think of his name right now. But he always made it look nice. It was like a little small park there.
I remember.
But
Familiar.
since then, he didn't let it go. And it's just a whole bunch of overgrowth there now. So I don't even know who owned that property or anything like that.
Well, can we allow them to finish presenting their case?
Yeah,
And
my
then,
apologies.
and if any questions the board may have, we can ask. You can proceed.
All right, show on the plans what you did with the 508 feet. Tur-
Okay, so here's unit 3 that was in question, that was originally 470 square feet. And now it's at 508 square feet. All we've done here, we had to raise the floor here, and took this wall out and bumped it out to give us the additional space. We most likely just gonna make that a closet now, and switch the closet from this side over to here, so that it doesn't look awkward or anything. But that's all that we needed to do to add that space.
So at this point, you're withdrawing the request for the variance for the unit less than 500
Correct.
square feet? Okay.
Yes.
The only issue, the issue is there's no parking, but it's the issue of all big cities, you know what I mean? Like, I'm basically, as you know, from Upper Darby, and they built 69th Street when they had horses, and one car per house, and there is no parking. There's no parking in most big cities because they never thought of it. This house never thought of it. They probably stored their car. They were so rich, they stored it in the parking lot someplace. And now, in order to develop cities and towns and all, you have to give some leeway for parking. I mean, people have 2 and 3 cars in their houses. What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Maybe you should have 30 parking spots for houses, but it's a problem. But the other problem is you need residential houses for people. You know, you need homes. You need places for them to live. You need people to develop these places and not let them become dilapidated. You need them to put money on the rolls so you can have taxes. So that's the issue. You know the problem more than I do because you hear it all the time. So that's about all we have, unless you have any more questions of Mr. Burton.
Thank you. Any more board member questions?
I have one. In your initial request for zoning permission, was there any plan for parking or any discussion about that at that time?
The only thing we can say is there never was any parking. There's nothing we can do about it, other than cut the building in half maybe, or not even do that. I don't think there'd be enough room. It just isn't there.
I mean, me being from that area, me knowing that community, I know of all the vacant lots that's right there in that block. And I know of the Orange Street parking that's available. This same property is a property, I owned this property 20 years ago. And, it's plenty of parking there. I mean, if this building is utilized, it's not like because it's 7 units there, it's gonna be a parking issue on Fifth and Curling. It's not happening. Who knows? Half the people that move in the building may not even have a vehicle. Public transportation is within walking distance. No, I didn't consider the parking because it was already available on the street.
That's all I have.
Any other?
No more questions.
Is there any, do you have anything else, Mr. McCready?
No, we don't, thank you.
Is there any public comment on this application? All right, seeing no public comment, the board want to recess into deliberations?
Give that guy back his...
Always. You got a full night on Tuesday. Am I seeing you on Tuesday? No. That's a rarity.
Nah, that's my hat. Oh, he, I need to know the name for real. Oh, I did. The way I see it, you need a parking, sure.
Well, the only thing you can do then you have nice houses, you tear them down, and you have a parking lot with cars on it, because I mean, it's a iffy issue.
It's outdated.
The only thing you can do is rip everything down and start over as a planned community. That can't be done.
Like a King of Prussia or something, right?
Well, it's just not done anywhere. Well, you have row homes, just for instance, you have row homes, a whole row of row homes, which is 14-foot wide, cars 14 foot. The one car parked there, where do the rest of them park? The mother and father have a car, the kids have a car, where do the other 2 cars park? Can't, you know, it's tough to, too many cars.
Well, it is. Oh, yeah? No, this is the crazy thing. 501 was my property. That's the property that the city made a mistake on the building. The last administration demolished the building because I wouldn't sign the paperwork allowing them to fix it. And in return, they said that they were gonna give me the building across the street from the post office that someone's renovating now, the old Trailways building. They never gave me nothing. Yeah, so my $125,000 building is demolished, and they give me nothing.
That's why you better vote Democrat.
That's a long story there. How you doing, boy? Tom, how you doing?
I'm glad you checked the registry. Oh, damn. He had one job.
Why are we so slow?
He had one job.
You don't start and end without you.
Yep.
All right, the board has asked me to put forth a motion. The motion would be to approve the parking variance as requested. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. You'll receive your decision within 45 days. There is no further business before the zoning hearing board today. We will stand in adjournment.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, John. Sure, I'll be seeing you soon.
What's up, good brother?
I don't want you to. I'm a solicitor at Upper Darby.
Okay.
John and his son, who's also John McCreasy III, John McCreasy IV. Between the two of them, they're in front of me on at least one, if not 4 applications every month. Wow. They just do all. Half of the zoning work in Upper Darby.
What's left of it? What's going on, man? How you been, man?
What?
I'm the best I can what I got, man.
Well, I'm taking two.
I took it once.
Everything all
I
right?
took it once.
Inspector's class.
Who's doing inspectors? I don't want to do the other classes.
Well, I have the other ones because it was required for what I was doing.
Yeah.
Well,
I was told.
they're
Actual
required.
lead class.
Always busy.
What's going on, good brother? Yeah, I can't land on.
Oh, do we need permission to put tarps on roofs?
The young boy did good. He
No.
came up to one of our,
Hello?
landlord associations.
Hello?
Okay. He came to one of the meetings,
Good morning.
2 weeks ago. We had one.
Yes, I will.
You go up there where, White had that bar that's all the way in the back. Lefties or something like that? We had a meeting at,
How many of y'all was in there?
oh, and that, man, about 20 of us.
Really? Okay.
So they came up and talked to me.
Is that for Whitener area or is that?
No, it's for the whole city. It's like a Chester, Landlord Association.
Really?
They started a long time ago. And,
That's back in effect?
huh?
That's back in effect?
Yeah, but they, they've been hit and miss. It was my first meeting. I've
Yeah,
never been.
it used to be, and then they stopped, and
Yeah, so the guy that runs it, his name is Lee. That building right on the corner right there, near all those big tall buildings.
what's the name? The hall.
The hall, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lee.
okay.
So Lee, they had it, I guess he contacted them, because I haven't given him some, I asked the phone contact. There's a couple people I put him out in contact with. He contacted them, and they came out, just talked about the city.
I
What we're
didn't know
looking to
about
do.
it.
I'm trying to find out where our budget, where the money went for a brand new, AC and heat system, and we gotta use portable heaters.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's why, you heard what I told y'all.
Well, this one is an old one, that one we turned.
All that ARPA money.
Yeah, where,
And it was an expensive project.
Exactly.
I can't remember the number, but I know it was outrageous.
they fixed the first one, and then that broke again, they put a brand new one in, they put a brand new system in. And
Oh, I
what are they
remember
working?
that was a couple months ago.
Yes.
So they never finished it?
That's when Lightner was here, cause I remember.
They're here now. They're still,
I know, but
they're
I'm
still
saying, I
in.
remember they approved it,
They're still
because I
here.
asked them, why did it cost so much? I have no idea.
Chris and them will come do it. We just have to let them know that we're done.
So, what do you have to register? I did that lead class, I did lead and asbestos.
Because what they're doing is, the city, they're gonna be one of the requirements with the city.
Well, a lot of cities already doing it.
You know that?
Mike, how's your daughter coming along?
You have to have a lead inspection.
We'll start doing land inspection, almost like,
Is that
Jersey,
true?
Jersey already doing it, Jersey already doing it.
Oh, really?
They've been on it, yeah, they've been,
Every unit.
every place you gotta get a lead,
They
testing
took
done.
away from the lead program.
And now they're doing it here.
Now it's coming back.
Can they bring it down now?
Is that through the county or?
No, it was state,
This, yeah,
Oh, okay.
state funded, but, I'm not certain now with Dr. Motley.
no, that's who doing it. She
No, I
just,
know she's doing it, but I'm referring to
they,
the funding.
she about to get a grant.
That's what I'm about to say.
She's getting a grant. She just sent it to me today,
And again, with all the.
with Trump, all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't never know, because they want to window away. You call them. All of these
Well,
powers.
we might not get the funding. The media just cut us off with the funding.
Yeah.
You never know because of how.
291 just got cut off. That's on hold. You see that one? It's a big article. 291, they just cut that on.
Delhi Times?
I'll send it to you. Yeah, Daily Times. Daily Times had it. They on, that's on, that project on hold.
Thank you. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm just, that's what I want to hear. It's one of those things, it's either gonna be leather or a suit. It ain't
Right.
gonna be
I
clean.
know that's
I'm not a fan of leather.
yeah.
Leather pants and leather skirts, it'd be hot and cold at the same time.
I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Mike, let me know when you take me on the tour. I wanna see that.
So, you turned that one off? That one's off, Paul? You turned it off?
Okay.
I don't know if they should keep these in
Oh,
here.
really? Okay.
Do y'all have anything to
I
that?
know you, I wanna see how big it is. I've only been into the, when it was Sandburg's.
Right.
Only been into, when it was that building.
I have to talk to Kim and, I have to talk to you guys. So I have a property. do all Halloween you gonna do this? Cause downstairs is more, I don't know. I think I wanna break it up. Cause I can get 25 upstairs. One bedroom, I would get all 400 square foot, one bedroom units. Well, if you do what I'm doing, 55 and over, you can use 400.
You get restricted coverage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is some flexibility. Guy can just.
And I'm working with the housing authority on it too, so. Oh, okay. They're gonna be involved.
Good.
All right, so that's okay. Well, I'm walking over to it.
All right. Yeah. I figured when they send things out, just put it in email form. I say just like when they say pick any package up or anything else, just email it instead of texting it. And that's what messed everything up. I know, but when she put Tiffany's in, it was the wrong number. Instead of just putting it in, put it in email it, because everything's already in their system. Yeah. Okay.
All right, see y'all later.